What's up, guys? I'm DCF. You're watching Favorites on Live in Limbo. My favorite thing about today so far probably hasn't happened yet, and it'll probably be dinner. I'm very excited to eat dinner tonight. The venue has a place upstairs called the Rockin' Horse, maybe, and there's a mechanical bull. So I think I might be able to do the bull maybe before dinner. So I'm excited about the bull. F dinner. I've never ridden a mechanical bull. My favorite song to record in the studio for me was probably One Time, which is a song I just put out, and I did it with a guy in Toronto named Francis Got Heat. And then we took it to my friend Derek, who's actually my guitar player, and we recorded it at Fox Sounds, which is his new studio that he just built. And it was just a cool process. I've never done anything like that where I go to one producer and then I go to another. So usually I do it all in-house. So honestly, I don't do a lot of covers. So anytime I get to like play a cover and record it, it's like super cool because I just never get to do it. And I never did it. Most people like get their start as musicians like making cover videos. I'm like the opposite. I like just did original stuff and now I'm like trying to like do some covers and it feels so backwards, but it's like a lot of fun. The covers that I choose to usually do are like pretty like poppy. And I know that that's like probably not a shocker for anyone who knows my stuff, but like tonight we're doing a Robin cover, Dancing on My Own, just because that's the greatest song ever written. My favorite artists to listen to are actually all from Toronto, and that's like such a Toronto thing to say, you know? I love Toronto, but like it's very true. I listen to Jazz Cartier a lot. I listen to Daniel Caesar a lot, Sean Leone. Lum, a lot of just Toronto artists who are doing cool stuff. Well, I think the spotlight is like so heavily on Toronto right now, so it's really cool to see artists like kind of dig out their own like path, their own lane within Toronto, which sort of isn't really renowned for a sound other than like this new Drake sound. So it's cool to see people like embrace that Drake sound or like totally like say F that, like we're gonna like do our own thing, and like that's kind of what I'm trying to do. And I see like Daniel Caesar and Jazz Cartier trying to do that too, and it's like really respectable because I think it's like really easy to just make music in Toronto that sounds like it was like made in Toronto. You know what I mean? So like it's cool to see people see that and be like, okay, cool. Not going to do that. Going to do this. My favorite song to perform live right now is the new songs, just because we just went on tour and played all the old songs a lot. So, I mean, that's kind of an obvious thing to say, but like doing the song One Time is probably my favorite. It's kind of a different vibe than the other songs, so it's kind of nice to play a different vibe of a song and just watch people be like, oh, we've never heard this from you, and like it's also a pretty sing-along song, so it's like really nice to little give and take with the mic. So I don't know, I love stuff like that. Apple Music is like, it feels like it was sent from heaven, like for me specifically. Like I didn't do Spotify, I didn't do radio, I didn't do any of those predecessors to Apple Music, but that is how I find new music right now. It's just Apple Music. I hit the new thing. I know that that's probably like they got me. It's like a cliche way to find music, and like they caught me. Like I'm just being fed whatever they want me to, but like I'm down. Like right now in my life, like I don't have as much time as I used to have to just like scowl. You know, I used to scowl MySpace, you know, and now I don't do that as much. Even with SoundCloud, I find it's pretty heavy on like the remix stuff. So like, yeah, Apple Music. My favorite hobbies outside of music, it's funny, like music is so big. Like I know that that's not the question, but like I really mostly only do music stuff, but I love to take baths. That's like becoming like a cliche like DCF thing is like, oh yeah, he takes a lot of baths, but I take like, you could ask my roommates like two a day, like one a day for sure. Like it's just, if I'm at home, I'm hanging out anyways, and I'm by myself, like, why wouldn't you be in the bath? Like, if you're just going to watch, like, Netflix, why not do it in a warm environment? Like, if you're going to write a song, like, to a beat that was sent to you, like, do it in the bath. I don't know. Like, it just, like, honestly, like, doesn't make sense to do much outside the bath in your apartment. Like, I guess lying on your bed, but, like, or else you could be in a hot bath. I use all of them. I know all of them. I use all of them. I'm obsessed. Like, I'm the easiest Christmas buy because it's just, like, Lush products, like, bath bombs, like, Umbra products, holy, like when I pop off, that is the first sponsorship I'm going for is Umbra products. Umbra products. Good call. I just started following Fat Jewish on Twitter specifically. Like Instagram, obviously he's great, but Twitter, like he mostly like retweets like just hilarious accounts. So that's my new like guilty pleasure is Fat Jewish on Twitter. Instagram, this guy Vision Ellie, he's a Toronto guy, takes amazing photos, just super beautiful stuff. You know, I got a guitar from my dad when I was in high school. It's like a Cort acoustic guitar, which isn't like a crazy brand or anything, but it's a Canadian made brand. And I'll probably never sell it. And I'll probably never buy like, I don't know. I'll probably never buy another acoustic guitar just because it's my favorite. It's like, it's the sound I love. I use it at all my performances. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good guitar. So like, it's not the best. It's not the worst. It's like right middle of the road and it's like always going to be fine. You know, it's got the humidity in the winter will like crack it. So it's like every year it gets like a little bit crackier. So like, we'll see. It probably only has a couple more good years left before it like just goes on the wall, but yeah. So far, we're about to release an EP, and I think that's going to be like the biggest accomplishment. But like last summer, we did our first like festival run, and that was crazy. It was the first time we've ever toured like sea coast to coast in Canada. So yeah, that was crazy. That was amazing. Like we did with Coleman Hell, we went out west, and then we went out east for Halifax Pop Explosion, and that was like crazy. Like that was just getting in a physical car and like driving across our country is like a long time, days and days. But honestly, days and days. Like it took, I don't know, 4 or 5 days to drive out there, and a lot longer to go to the East Coast. So I don't want to like diss any part of Canada, just in case there's like somebody from Calgary watching this and it's like, fuck you. But like driving to the Rockies is crazy. Like if you live in Canada, like it's actually bananas that you wouldn't do that because it's like another country within our country. Like it's mind blowing.